Hi, I'm Zap Zach here. We're doing motor and transformer control here. What we have here is a 2-pole 15 amp breaker with a twist in the middle. You'd usually find them with a pole centered, but in this instance, a 2-pole has 2 hots and 1 neutral coming out of it. So this instance, circuits number 2 and 4, because it's on the right side of the panel, correlating with black line and red line, our hots are coming through this MC, connecting to our 8x8 4 box, coming into a PLC breaker. My apologies for not knowing the correct terminology, but these breakers are used in PLC controls. Usually this would be like a fuse as well. We could use a fuse, but in this instance we're using one of these breakers. So our line is coming in to the bottom. My black leg is on the left side. My right red leg is on the right. If I go up through it, on the top side, the load coming out of it on the left side coincides with the black leg coming from the motor, and the right side coincides with the red leg coming from the motor. The motor is wired at 208 volts counterclockwise. So what we have here is our main control line coming in to our controller here, which then goes to our breaker to our contactor. And this is our contactor right here in front of me. On our left is our transformer. It's a 120 volt transformer to 24 volts. Our 120 volt line is coming from our circuit number 6, our 15 amp breaker, with our line coming through with 14.3 MC to our 14.2 MC to our single pole switch. My single pole switch, when turned on, will turn on my transformer, which is transforming 120 volts to 24 volts, which powers my contactor. My contactor requires 24 volts to operate. So when I turn this on, this switch, my motor will then run in the direction that it's wired, which is counterclockwise. Per my motor down here, 208 volts to 230 CCW counterclockwise. My line 1 corn spot is wired to T1. T3, 8, and 2 are all tied together. T4 and 5 go into line 2, which is my red leg. My line 1 is my black leg. So per my motor, I have L1 with my black leg. I have I have 4 and 5 with my red leg. And then T3, T8, and T2 are all tied together here. Motors do not require a neutral, at least this motor does not. And my motor is also grounded, which is very important that you're grounded to your whole system. So I come back up here and I turn on my single pole switch, which will turn on my transformer, which turns on my contactor. And at the same time, my contactor is transferring the power to the motor. So that is on, and it is moving counterclockwise. I'm going to turn it off, and you can see how the flag comes in the counterclockwise direction. It's always important to pay attention to the orientation of the motor that is being in use for its requirements. Once again, off of the panel, per MC code is 12 inches for a single hole strap or a double hole strap. From my 12 inches, it's an interval of 6.5 feet. No, it's 6 feet. It's either 6 or 6.5 feet. My apologies on that. You can look in the NEC code. But it's important that you always have your single hole straps always placed in the spots for security for your lines. Once again, we got a 2-pole 15 amp breaker, a single pole 15 amp breaker. We're going from 208 volts to our motor. We have a 8x8 4 box here controlling and housing everything. with our PLC breaker, our transformer, and our contactor, all the way down to our motor. Once again, this is Zap Zach. If you have any questions or comments, please see below, or comment below. Also, please follow and subscribe me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.